Paul Caesar said, he unfolds as a painter that which has not been said. He translates it into absolute term of painting, something other than reality. The experimental work is also like that. An artist does not know what effect is going to crop up, and in what way would he exploit or mold an impression of accidental pouring. Spread water over the paper. One can use a piece of cloth, sponge, or a brush to spread the water and color. Apply purple color over the sheet and let it spread naturally. One can hold the sheet perpendicularly to let the wet color flow downwards and spread across the wet surface. Take blue color and place it next to purple. One can spread it more by adding more water to dilute it for an easy spread. The abstract image popping up can create an illusion of landscape, water, foliage, etc. It all depends on what an artist wants to see and create. An artist can use palette knife or spatula to pick up the extra color on the paper. Apply patches with it and create myriad textures. One can leave an impression or even merge the colors together. But the drawing sheet on which this treatment is being done should be of a rich quality to bear the rough handling. One can dab the colors over each other also. Every layer will give a new look with different techniques and experiments over them. Apply a contrasting shade on the upper half of the paper. Let it be chrome yellow, which on being placed over blue will turn into green. All the colors are being applied without waiting for the underneath layer to dry. The colors will seem luminous only if used pure. On overblending, it becomes dirty and loses its brightness. The lightest part in the sky is the focal point right now. Again, one can create texture with palette knife and let the stroke speak for themselves. The colors can stand out as well as lose their identity by forming a rhythmic language with other adjoining colors. Sanino Sanini rightly said, this is an occupation known as painting, which calls for imagination and a skill of hand in order to discover things not seen, hiding themselves under the shadow of natural objects, and to fix them with the hand, presenting to plain sight what does not actually exist. Now, being more experimental, devoid of any fear of things getting spoiled, apply white color patch in the sky and somewhere close to the middle of the wet surface. Try to mix it with the spatula and let the strokes and light paint create a distance on a two-dimensional surface. Like Ian Thorpe perfectly quoted, a painting has the power to condense 50 impressions into one image. The experimental characteristic can easily hook an artist to form his own transitions with the pigment. Whether it's sparking touch, finished, grainy, or smooth effect. Accidental smudge or flow of colors, or mingling of transparent areas with the opaque passages. In experimental attitude, one need not be hesitant in applying any technique or color, as one might get surprised at the marvelous effect which might come up. Like in the present painting, wet on wet application of colors is gradually changing the whole painting. There is an evident transformation of a transparent surface to an opaque one. In fact, the stroke of dark blue have added more depth to the painting. The yellow and white strokes are depicting the reflection of sky on the water surface. The bold strokes without blending are adding sharpness to the rays of light. The purity of color is adding freshness to the scene. A few strokes of light and dark, in fact, help in creating perspective and speak volumes. One can even scratch the thick patches of colors with back of the brush and a stick to create another pattern in the ambience of textures. Even the sharp lines will get mixed and lost in the world of abstraction. The small strokes have added sound to the ripples of water. Add a little reflection of mauve color in the water. One should not be too much meticulous and conscious with the experimental strokes, as it can lead to a break in rhythmic flow of the vision and curb the image development. It should be a combination of play, concentration, imagination, sensuous, and detective. Like Paul Klee says, it is possible that a picture will move far away from nature and yet find its way back to the reality. The faculty of memory, experience at a distance produces pictorial associations. Possibilities are endless. There is an urge to transform layer by layer with imaginative planning. Yet keeping the spontaneous flavor in the painting. One just need to keep in mind the sturdy foundation upon which multiple layers of experimentation are going to be imposed, and then keep on moving ahead to discover new resources and images. Repetition of colors creates unity and interest in a design. The painting has started looking impressionistic. The light has become the focal point in this gradual layer by layer, wet on wet process. Fernando Botero said, when you start a painting, it is somewhat outside you. At the conclusion, you seem to move inside the painting. The world of imagination leads to experimentation, which is in itself boundless, full of excitement, wonder, pleasure, and explorations. Another experiment in wet on wet process with black color. Apply black color on the one-fourth of the upper part of the wet surface on which we have spread the water with head. See and enjoy the play of color and how it is rooting out in the wetness. Hold the drawing surface vertically for the color to spread its roots downwards. And another tilt sideways, another kind of horizontal flow. Put the gradation of lines on the wet surface, thin towards the horizon and bold and thick towards the foreground. This will help in creating a distance perspective on a two-dimensional surface. A few perpendicular strokes on the horizon will add an illusion of trees. The color finds its own way in wet on wet technique. Takes its own form and spreads in any direction it wants. An artist can only mold the outcomes by his techniques, his experimental outlook, and his tools. One can again use a spatula or palette knife to add a textural approach or even use fingers to blend certain portions to create a desired effect. One can dab and also lift the excessive unwanted color from the painted surface. The cloth will leave its own marks and weave another texture and give a vague effect. A few lines can indicate the trunk of the tree. An addition of mauve and any color with fleck will create more interest in the painting. And diminish the hard strokes of black and add a soft look to the artwork. The two colors will embrace each other and merge into the beauties naturally because of wet on wet fluidity. Application of third color. Blue adding another scale of vastness to the vision. One can apply a darker tone for depth and heaviness. And even lift the excessive color where it is not desired as per the artist's imagination. Scratch, rub, dab, emboss, or imprint, as every layer will tell its own story. The only basic factor should be the durability of the paper on which the work is being done. All the colors are merged beautifully in each other and creating a soothing and cool effect. A little bit of contrasting color will act as a salt in the food. A pinch of yellow sprinkled across the painting glorifies the scenic beauty. An amateur might have some doubts or apprehensions with the experiments, but over the years of dedication, an artist can make out what each stroke will speak and help in bringing out an outward expression of his personal vision. His private thoughts, ideas, presumptions, theories, and imaginative concepts. The ideas and colors lost their distinction to enter the world of abstraction. Now is the time to take out the masking tape from the side of the painting, which has helped in creating a uniform border which frames the painting and moves the vision inward and makes the painting more attractive. The thickness of the paper will take some time to dry, and gradually the uneven folds on the surface will also vanish. It is preferred to remove the tape once the work is fully dry, otherwise, it can wear and tear the paper. Even after removing the artwork from the board, an artist's mind can desire to add a few more strokes and satisfy his spirits. White dots are being highlighted by the application of black tabs. And create a rhythmic flow of vision. But only with practice can one know how to play the music of colors and strokes, lines and forms, and shapes and space. Try to use fresh colors and avoid overlapping. Following Robert Delaunay concept, painting is by nature a luminous language. The whole painting is a story of transformation. The spreads of colors can form their own shape, and an artist can mold them as per his concept. A few additions here and a little subtraction there can make a huge difference. The total presentation can be turned upside down in the fraction of a second. Pick a little color and add a little to turn a negative area to a positive area. White color is helping in adding a reflection. Some were highlighted and somewhat subdued. The area which was initially the focal point of the painting is no more so. The white lines among the trees have pulled the attraction on the left. Just a dot of white on right can help in creating visual balance and bring the painting to its final stage.